Hey, how y'all doing this evening? I'm back with another HelloFresh meal. Today's meal is a chicken gyro couscous bowl. Yes, I like bowls because you can put all the ingredients in one and it tastes really great. Supposedly this meal should only have a cook and prep total time of 40 minutes. Now, we're going to test that theory because I need to have my daughter out of this house maybe 5 before 6 because she has a choir, what do they call it, pop show today. So we're going to get ready for the pop show, but before we go to the pop show, I want to cook a little something and possibly maybe eat a little bit. I don't know. We're going to find out when we get back. All right, here are our ingredients. Is our tartar spice, chicken concentrate, a little sour cream, 2 shallots. We got the Israeli couscous, dill, cucumber, hummus, tomatoes, 1 lemon, feta cheese, and of course we got our chicken. 5 o'clock. Let's get started. All right, so the first thing to do in this particular meal is, yes, we're going to have to start cutting up our veggies. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start cutting up the shallots. Peel off all the skin. And we're going to basically dice it up into little small pieces. Okay? Just make sure you get all that skin off. Alright, and we'll begin just cutting away. Of course, you guys know I like to start this direction. And by no means am I a chef. I'm not a chef. I just cook. I'm a home cook. I like to try different meals, new recipes. I just like to do different things. That's one of the reasons why I decided to do HelloFresh, because I was tired of eating the same things over and over and over again. And I just wanted to be creative with the meals, and I'm not very creative when it comes to cooking. I'm going to admit that. I am a mother. I work full-time during the day, Monday through Friday. I have children right now. We just have the youngest at home. Very busy schedule with choir, as I mentioned earlier, and volleyball. And then my son, who's 21, he works. Of course, you know, he comes home hungry and ready to eat too. So one of the wonderful advantages of this HelloFresh, you know, is ordering this stuff online, getting my deliveries on Tuesdays with everything I need to make the meal, besides maybe, you know, your salt and pepper and oils and butters. Hey, less things for me to do, enjoying it, loving it. Okay, so one of the things that the instructions said to do was to get a bowl of cold water. I got the cold water from the fridge, and it says to place the onions in there. And it says what it does is it helps take some of the bite out of the onions. I like onion, but I like them cooked. I do not like raw onion. So maybe with this added step, maybe it's going to help with that bite. I've never done that before. I never knew to do that. So I'll let you know how that turns out. Okay, next is the tomato. Cut that up. I don't know the best way to cut a tomato, but this is how I do it. So again, with my meals, I do 3 meals a week for 4 servings, because we're a family of 4 right now. And that's how I make it work. Almost lost that tomato on the floor there. And yes, I did wash my tomatoes. All I did was just run them in some cold water over in the sink there. Just kind of wipe them down. hands. No soap. I remember seeing this video where this woman asked her boyfriend to wash this chicken. And he was actually washing the chicken. He had some soap. He was bathing the mess out of that chicken. I thought that was so funny. And when she turned around and saw what he was doing, oh my gosh, she was so angry. Well, you know, you gotta explain to some people what washing the chicken or washing the vegetables mean. You don't really need all that soap to wash your veggies. Alright, so now my tomatoes are cut up. Next thing I'm going to cut up is the cucumber. These are like the smallest cucumbers I've ever seen. Let's see, what kind of cucumber is it? It's a Persian cucumber. So, very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and wash cucumbers. And I'm going to dry them. Paper towel. I'm going to go ahead and cut the ends off. And I'm going to go long ways like that. And then slice it like this. It smells so good, fresh. I love the smell of cucumbers. I really do. Alright, I'm going to cut the other cucumber. And I will be back. Okay, so next is the lemon. And it says to zest and quarter it. So I have a little grater / zester, I don't know what you want to call it, that I use. Got a little bit of onion here. And I'm just going to take it, top of the plate, and begin to zest the skin of this lemon. You probably can't see the pieces falling. And it looks like mine is a little dull, but I am seeing some lemon shavings here. I'm going to take my knife and scrape that on in there onto the plate. Okay, we're going to continue on. So we got the whole lemon zest. Okay. I'll just scrape it off. Sorry, I'm going to make all that noise on that microphone is probably turned up. Put that in the sink. We've got our lemon zest. Go. Quarter of the lemon. Let's see, you guys can see. That's basically it. Alright, the last thing I'm going to cut up is the fresh dill. Y'all, I'm not familiar with this. So bear with me, because these are a little different than, you know, the thyme leaves I worked with. So I'm just gonna pick them off of these bigger stems. It smells really good. Now look at what it smells. And I know a lot of people don't like dill. I know it's an acquired taste, but I do like the flavor of dill. Of course, they sent me a lot. I don't think I'm using even half of that. And also, I only used one shallot. Again, because I'm not a big raw onion fan. Everyone else in the house is. I'm the only one. So, you know, we don't need 2 onions for 3 people. I think that 1 onion is good enough. But I'm going to do what I say. I'm going to try the onion after it's been soaking in the water. And I can let you know if I like it or not. But I'm not trusting it. I'm not trusting it. Alright, so finish picking this deal. And then here's my knife. I'm going to get some of the wetness off. And then let me see if I can chop it up into smaller pieces. And I have a serrated knife here. Doing the deal. There you go. Yeah, it's looking good. Looking good, looking good, smelling good. Okay, so the next step, it says to drain the water from the onions. So I'm going to do that. Use my strainer bowl. Okay. And it says we're going to make a salad. So we're going to put the onions back in our bowl. I got this small bowl for me. This is for the onions. Because what I'm supposed to do now is I'm supposed to mix in the tomato, the cucumber, and a tablespoon of the dill in with the onions. I want to get a spoon for that. Alright, so I'm going to take tomatoes, put some in my little bowl over here. Cucumber for me. A little bit more over there because it's going to be like 3 people eating from that. Here. Right, and then I'm just like kind of eyeballing the tablespoon of dill. So, put in there, put in there. And it says to use the juice from a lemon. And just so you guys can see how that's looking really pretty, very colorful. Pour that lemon juice. Well, not pour, but squeeze lemon juice in there. Yum, yum. Okay. And add a little olive oil, which was not in the bag. I already had this. Okay. This is something I already had at home. And just so you all remember, it has most of your essentials, the main stuff that you're going to need. So we're going to mix that up. Go. You all can see that. Looking really good. Looking really good. Okay. Move that to the side. I'm going to do the same thing with mine. Got some seeds in this piece. So again, lemon juice. Still got a seed in there. It'd be a good idea to remove the seeds before you squeeze the lemon. Nobody breaking their teeth. Okay. A little olive oil. Mix that. It's basically like a little salad. Oh, women. What is this Persian? Tastes just like a cucumber. But I need to add some salt and pepper. So I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to both of these. And I'll be right back. Okay, so next we're going to work with the Israeli couscous. Alright, so it says to first add some oil to the pan, which we're going to do. Only a little bit. I've already had the pan already on the stove getting hot. Next I'm going to add all the onions. Now if y'all remember, I put all the onions in the salad. And I failed to read all the instructions. That's my fault. So I actually went ahead and cut up half of the other shallots. I put here. And we have to let that cook for just a few seconds there. And then we're going to add the Israeli couscous. I've had this Israeli couscous before, and it's like a pasta. It's really good. I actually like it. So, and then we're going to just basically let this couscous and the onions cook here in the oil. And we're going to let the couscous like get a slightly brown or toasted. Okay? And add 1.5 cups of water. All right, we're now going to add a little salt and some pepper. Mix it up. We're going to turn this heat down to low. We're going to cover. It says let cover and simmer for 6 to 8 minutes. All right, in the meantime, I'm going to start preparing my pan for the chicken. Okay, so at this point, I've removed the chicken. It says to pat the chicken dry, and it's very wet. So we're doing. And then we're going to season the chicken with salt, pepper, a little bit of my seasoned salt, and also with the za'atar spice. One thing it noted was to make sure you only use a teaspoon of this. And for some reason I can't get this open. Put it open. Only use a teaspoon of this spice. So I have my only use a teaspoon of this spice. So I have my teaspoon here. I'm going to set that right here to the side. And I will start seasoning. I'm getting low on pepper. Seasoned salt. Sprinkle about half of the za'atar. This is how it looks. It smells really good. It has like an herby smell to it. I couldn't tell you what herbs was in there though. Okay, I'm now going to do the other side, and I'll be placing the chicken in the pan. Okay, oil is nice and hot. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Some smoke coming. Turn our fan on. And go ahead and slowly place the chicken in. pineapple on here. Well, chicken's in. There's Israeli couscous. It is ready. Looking really good. Nice and fluffy. See that? So I have flipped the chicken. I let it cook on one side for 5 minutes. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side for a total of 10 minutes. Alright, so in this bowl, I'm going to add the sour cream. And just so you all know, I had to rush out of here at 5:55 to get her to her choir concert. So here I am back at 7:55. Just to show you and finish this up. I am hungry. And then you add the feta cheese. I'm going to add all of it too. I might have needed a bigger bowl. We're going to make this work. And the lemon zest. I'm going to take a few squeezes of the lemon. I'm going to mix that together. Just continue mixing and mashing. And then it's set to add like a teaspoon of water at a time until it gets to a drizzle consistency. This is going to dress the top of our meal. The chicken and the veggies and the hummus and all that good stuff. Alright. So, I'm just going to add just a little water at a time. I'm going to say a teaspoon at a time, but we'll be forever with that. Look at how thick this is, especially with that feta cheese. Alright, here is the sauce. It's nice and thick. I think it's good enough for the consistency that we're looking for. I'm going to now reheat the food and I'm going to start plating. Alright, here is our plated, finished meal. Time to taste it. Alright, we're going to try our finished meal. Of course, I knew I liked the couscous. I had it before. The chicken's good. Eat it with the hummus. Hummus is underneath the vegetables. Not bad. Oh, I was been trying the onions. I forgot. Let me grab those. As I said earlier in the video, I don't like raw onion. But it said to let the onion soak. I'm going to try it with the tomato, the cucumber. This is a first. Just never done this. I'm worried. Look at it. I'm trying to do it. So it's right. It's not as strong, but I don't like it.
I'm not surprised.
I still don't like it. So I'm gonna get out camera and I'm gonna spit this out.
Ew.
Now I got that tragedy out of my mouth and back. I don't have my fork. Where's my fork?
Okay,
But anyway, everything is pretty good. I like to make sure the vegetables without the onion, which mine does not have onion. Elon, who doesn't, she's not a fan of tomatoes or cucumber. What do you think of your meal?
pretty good.
What about the vegetables? I know you're not a big fan.
You guys are okay. The onions are kind of gross, but
Really? Even that she likes raw onion,
I don't really like them.
but you don't like those. Okay, well there you have it. The onions are good. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Y'all have a good night. Bye.